From this class, we start talking linking. Let's look at this example. We talk about the HTML is about the hypertext. So we have text here, but the text actually is a link. We can link to other page. You can say this is page 2 and page 1. We can link to email. We will call the Outlook, or we can open an outside external text file. So we will learn how to do it. Basically, we will have a new tag. It's called the anchor. From anchor, you can see here we have a start tag. We have a close it. In the middle, we have text. Actually, text is the text we use. Like say, users will click the text. And where is the address? Where do we go? So this is the address. We use HIF. It's a hypertext reference equal to quotation then address. Remember, we then link tag as external CSS, but for link content, we use anchor, and also it's in body section. Sometimes if we want to open a new window, we use another attribute. It's a target. Target equal to it's underscore blank. It means when we click this text, we open a new window. This is how we link to email. Just use hypertext reference equal to mail to this your any email address. It's mine. You can use yours. And also we can link to an external file. This is the name of the file. So let's look at the code. Remember again, we just copy the code to Notepad++ and save it. And just actually that's the example how we just run it. This actually is the same. So let's look at the code comparison. First we have a first paragraph. It's paragraph, and between that we have a link. It's a anchor. With an anchor and this is the edges, and between the anchor we have a text. Let's go to page 2. And again, this is another example we use for link to an email address. When user click this link, like this link, the browser will call the Outlook an email program, or we can link to a text. Remember, when you do this example, like in my situation, I put everything on the top. It means if you want to, this is link 1. This is page 1. If we want to link to go to page 2, in our code we just use page 2. But both page 1 and page 2 should be in the same folder. The same thing for the hello text. You can say hello text. Just that we use Notepad to anything like those, because can say this program we can go back to page 1. We can open a text just this way. I just want to mention those files should be in the same folder, otherwise we need to add the path. That's how we link to other page, link to email, or link to an external file. We also link inside the page. Let's look at an example. So let's look at example again. Because this is a big file, I posted this file on D2L, so you can copy it. It's kind of big, so I cannot put it in slides. Copy it, post it here. Don't forget to save it. Then let's run it. You can say in this example, our web page is a little longer. We have chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. So when user look at this page, we need some link. For example, we want to go to chapter 3 here. We can go to top, go to chapter 2 here, go to top, go to chapter 1 here, go to top. So we call this as internal link. It means we use link for users can either access different chapters. Also, we can call it as the list, content list is useful. So let's look at the code. Actually, let's look at the code directly. So something different here. We have a paragraph. In this example, we use something is called ID. What means ID? Actually, for each element, like a paragraph, like an anchor, like a heading, or anything, we can assign an ID. So what means ID? ID is the same thing as your student ID. We use ID to uniquely identify a special element. Why we need to use ID? Because sometimes we need to jump, just like the example here. We want to jump to chapter 3. How can we do that? Well, actually, we just assign an ID to chapter 3. So when we click this link, actually we jump to that ID for chapter 3. Means for chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3, we assign a special ID. So we link that ID to the link. Also, we assign some special ID for content, this list. So when we go to top, we can go to there, here. That's why we use ID. So you can say, first for the paragraph, the content, we have ID, CONT. And for the heading 1, chapter 1, we have the ID, chapter 1. The same thing, we have ID for chapter 2. They're all heading 1. We have ID for chapter 3. So then, when we use link, here we use anchor. Here the address, we use pound sign. When you look at the pound sign, you know it's the ID number. So the ch1, it's the ID. You can say in Notepad++, when I click the ch1, it marked in the same green color. Chip 2 is the same thing. Chip 2 is not an address, actually it's an ID. Here, it means when I click this link, here it will jump to this ID. This actually is a heading. I assign chapter 2 to this heading. So when I click this link, we will jump to here. So it means that for here, when we connect this link, we'll jump to here. The same thing for chapter 3. I assign a stage 3. It means that when I connect, it will jump to this ID. And this ID, the pound sign means that it's chapter 3. It's for I assign a chapter 3 ID for this paragraph, this heading. So when I connect this link, it will jump to this ID. It's the same thing for the go to top, because I assign an ID for the content, is a paragraph. So when I click the link here, it will go to like a content, this ID. It will jump to here. So that's how we control, we can jump inside the web page. That's the example for we jump inside. The ID is a very important concept. we use a lot of ID because sometimes we want to use something special. Like say we want to assign some element uniquely, so we need to use ID. Just example, I post this example on D2L. It's the text. You need to copy the text into Notepad++ and save it. This is the content text file. You need to copy it. For the link, let's look at it again. So for a link, we have some status. Remember? So we have 5 status. Means like say this link we have different color. We have underscore. We can assign the first link stat, means the default link. Just like say we have the blue color. When you connect the link, then we can say it's a link visited. Means you already get access for the link. Hover means when we move, like say we move mouse over the link. Let's say example for this. Let's say we use this example again. We copy everything in D2L. We can close this one file. Post it, save it, and we run it. And you know what we mean. So here we have 3 links. So when I move the mouse over the link, you can say something changed. It becomes to yellow and bigger. When move away, it recover again. So that's how we control. If we look at the code, so like say for the link, it means the link is blank. We can assign the color. The default color can be blue, but you can assign some color, special color. For example, you want to assign as like a red. Save it, reload it. So it become red. So you can sign in red. And the visit means when you connect the link, it means something the web page can remember what link you have get access. Hover again means we move the mouse over the link, so the link will change. Why we get this? Because we change the color as yellow. Also, we get big size, 64 pixel. Active means when we in the moment we click the mouse. During the time, like say we click the mouse, but we haven't released the mouse, so that's the short time. Just like this way, you can say it becomes in this way, something different. Because I use red color, so let's use different color again. No. Let's run it again. So when we click the link, you can see it become red. That's because we use the active, means we click the link that moment. The color changed to red. For green means when we get the focus, you can press the table key on your keyboard. You can say when I get a focus for this one, focus this one, focus this one, and the focus change to here, change to there, and change to here, change to somewhere here, and get a focus. It means when we change the focus, we can change the color. So that's about the status for link. We have something if you want to use hover, you must after a link and visit it. If you want to use active, you must after hover. Keep in mind, here is important. We use colon and don't add any space between them. Just look at it exactly the same way. For the link, like say in this example, for a link we have underscore. That's a default. We have underline or underscore, but we can change it. For example, we can change the line on the top or in the middle where we don't want any underscore. So let's say this example. Copy and paste it here, save it, and you can both way, you can reload it. You can see in this example we have 1, 2, 3, 4 link. This is the default. We have blue color, we have the underscore, but you can see the code. Here we have welcome to Mansfield. We use style equal to color equal to blue. And if we add the text decoration long, means we don't want this underscore. And in this example, we use text decoration over line, means we put the line over the top. And in this example, style equal to text decoration line through. We use line through. We change the color as purple. So that's the example. Don't forget that because we use them in a paragraph. So we open with paragraph, we close it. Then we start with the anchor, we close it. In the middle is the text. We use HIF is the address. We use style equal to color. We can control the color. So if we have multiple attributes, such as we want to control the color and also the text decoration, don't forget that we have the dash here, and we use semicolon to distinguish, to separate the color attribute and the text decoration attribute. That's about the link.